Ladies and gentlemen, this particular man here is not actually a legitimate and approved military Ghanaian personnel. Okay, he was actually found. I mean, he was actually arrested and apprehended by the Ghana Police Service through the Ghana Special Operation Unit in Kasoa specifically. Okay, here in Ghana. Okay, now his the reasons behind his arrest are actually definitely going to shock you. So make sure that you're going to grab your tea, find yourself on the seat, and make sure that you watch this video as I unfold everything here step by step. Okay, now before I actually go deeper into this particular story with you, now let me also shock you with something from the AESO states or the Sahel states. Okay, this, how do you actually see this? Okay, this is a currency, okay, from the Sahel states. How beautiful it is. Look at it. Okay, now this actually symbolizes unity, love, integration, collaboration amongst Africans, and a complete sovereignty in Africa, most especially for those who are dwelling or domiciling in the Sahel states. Okay, now these people have actually talked about it 2 days ago, and according to them, sooner or later, or finally, very soon, they're actually going to make sure that they launch this particular currency here. And of course, what do you actually think about this particular currency here? Please leave your thoughts at the comment section. Okay, now before we actually go deeper into this, remember this particular community is actually meant for all of us to discuss our African related stories. So don't forget to join us by subscribing. Thank you so much for your massive support. Okay, now this particular man here is actually a criminal. Okay, he's not actually a legitimate military Ghanaian personnel, and he was actually caught in Kasoa specifically for committing a serious crime that you will never believe. Okay, so this man here, according to the news outlets or where I actually got this information from, they did not actually include his official name here. Okay, so I will just hide that for you. Maybe later on, if I actually get a confirm official name about him, I'll give you everything here in my next video. Okay, so now, ladies and gentlemen, this particular man here was actually committing a serious crime by selling what we call ammunition like AK-47, pistols, and other things. And he has actually been doing this particular business behind a legitimate military identity here in Ghana. And guess what? He was actually selling all these ammunitions to undercover officers. Who is an undercover officer? For instance, I'm a policeman, okay, and you are a criminal. Okay, this is just an example. Okay, so you are a criminal, I'm a policeman, and you don't actually know my real identity. That no, this guy is actually a military or a policeman, and you have actually been committing with criminalities, okay, with me. And my purpose is that I actually want to do that, or just to connect with you in order to get legitimate evidences or information about you, so that we can actually round you up or make sure that you get apprehended. In this case, I become an undercover officer. I have actually hid my identity from you, because if you know, you will never do criminal business or criminality with me. Okay, so a situation whereby a legitimate police or security personnel actually hide his identity just to do criminal business with you in order to to arrest you or to gather some evidences about you is what we call undercover officer. Okay, so this guy was actually doing such business with undercover officers until finally he was actually caught. Okay, now the question that you have to actually ask yourself is that why have this guy been accepting, getting all these ammunitions from and selling to the undercover officers? So let's say if the undercover officers were not legitimately doing this in order to get such information and arrest was such a criminal, what do you think that finally those that his clients or customers will definitely use the ammunitions to do? Definitely to commit with criminalities. You understand me? So thank God that this guy has actually been arrested finally, and the law is actually going to deal with him. Now, according to the news outlet, investigation is yet pending, and whatever happens later, they will make sure that they update us. So I'm actually waiting. So if you are not subscribing to this particular channel, please do so, because I will give you more updates about Africa. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I strongly condemn this, because it is not actually a legitimate manner or a legitimate lifestyle where you live a life which is categorically contradicting to the constitution of the state. It's not actually acceptable. So I accept the fact that the constitution is actually going to deal with him. So they're actually doing the investigation to make sure that they find his accomplices or his allies. Okay, maybe if there are some behind the scene. Okay, so when they actually caught him, they found what you call a fake military ID card from him, pistols, AK-47, and other stuff, so that you can actually also see. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this actually was going to happen live in Kasoa. Okay, and look at his face. A very handsome guy. So now the question is that why do you think that, or why do you actually believe that it can actually be the causes of this? Okay, that is, lack of what financial stability, or lack of financial source. This can actually cause this. Okay, now recently His Excellency Pan-African president for the Republic of Ghana, he actually said that, look, the only thing that African leaders they have to do is to make sure that they create opportunities that can simply unleash African youth with potentials. So you think if there were enough and unlimited opportunities amongst African youth or Ghanaians, this guy will have actually gone outside there to do such business, okay? A non-legitimate business? No, definitely. So let's support the government, and the government to please, actually watching this particular video, send this video to your distant, your to the MP in your constituency, so that they can actually, those ones in power, so that they can actually create what opportunities to unleash African youth with potentials, most especially Ghanaians, so that things like this we can actually live to circumvent ourselves from them. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget one thing: like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, because we're here to give you more discussions like this.